Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it.
Floors, doors, walls, halls, white sidewall tires, and old golf balls.
Sinks, stoves, bathtubs he'll do. He'll even help clean laundry too.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it.
Can he clean a kitchen sink?
Quicker than a wink.
Can he clean a window sash?
Faster than a flash.
Can he clean a dirty mirror?
He'll make it bright and clear.
Can he clean a diamond ring?
Mr. Clean cleans anything.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute. Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Coming to you live from our top secret broadcasting bunker at Area 52, right in the heart of the Nevada desert. This is Pastor Mike here, and I am online, and I have my beast from 30,000 Fathoms with me today, and I've got pieces of paper here today. We had some visitors today, and it was our pleasure to be with them today. I don't know if they're still here or not. I had to leave them in a rush. And you may have seen me before the broadcast. I'd like to put out this little sort of like an advertisement screen. Anybody on sermon audio or anybody just passing by might see that we're going to be online at 1 o'clock. You might see me eating pizza. Well, they were all downstairs eating St. Louis-style pizza. And I love St. Louis-style pizza. If you've never had St. Louis-style pizza, you need to come to St. Louis and eat in one of two places, and that is Cecil Whitaker's or Emo's Pizza. And they have places all over anyway, there's an Emo's and a Cecil Whitaker's in, man, I almost told you where we were. Right close to our top secret broadcasting compound at Area 52 in the heart of the Nevada desert. But anyway, it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. The crust is super thin. They use provolone cheese, and I don't know what else, but it is amazing. Anyway, we had some visitors come in today from Idaho, a traveling family by the name of Don McElvaney. Now, if you have ever heard of the McElvaney Intelligence Advisor, Don McElvaney wrote a book here a while back. I actually had a copy of it. I can't remember what it was, but it had to do with the laws that were in place right now to take over the Constitution of the United States and put down the government and invoke martial law here in America. And it was a good book. I read it. It was written back in the 90s. Anyway, this is not the same Don McElvaney. It's a different one. Him and his wife, Mignon, they have a sort of a traveling ministry. He calls it a ministry of encouragement. They spend a lot of time dealing in third world countries. In fact, he told me he feels more at home in a third world country than he does here in America. Anyway, they wanted to come by, and I don't know who tipped them off as to where our top secret broadcasting compound was, but somebody did, and they found the place. Actually, my daughter Alicia tried to divert them. They called, and they had taken a wrong turn, and she said, "You need to keep going south down highway so-and-so." And so they did what she told them to do, which was the wrong way. But anyway, they made it here, and we had a good visit. And he has actually produced some radio spots that we're going to be featuring on Bible Truth Radio sometime in the next day or two. And anyway, we'd had a good visit with them. And if they're downstairs listening, we are glad to have you guys here and bid you fond farewell. Come back any time. And so I was busy visiting with them and doing a little video work and things like that, and I was scarfing down pizza and trying to grab papers as I'm running upstairs to see what's going on today. And I have some interesting things that I am, in fact, let me see. I'm going to put this picture up on let's see, what picture do I want to show you. Let me show you this one, okay? That's interesting. We're going to talk about that picture a little bit today in response to some things that are going on in the news right now as we speak. And somebody, I've actually had several emails on this. This came in today. Gary first spotted this, and then I got a couple emails on it. It's a new, let me hold it right up to the screen here so you can see. That's called a Bitcoin, peer-to-peer digital currency. Bitcoin is an experimental new digital currency that enables instant payments to anyone, anywhere in the world. Bitcoin uses peer-to-peer technology to operate with no central authority. Like that's going to last. Managing transactions and issuing money are carried out collectively by the network. That word collective, that always sounds a little bit like communism to me. But anyway, will be carried out collectively by the network. Bitcoin is also the name of the open source software that enables the use of this currency. The software is a community-driven source project released under the MIT license. This open source thing sort of sounds like the whole open source community with Linux operating system. I don't know if you know anything about that. But this is interesting. Bitcoin, it's like the I don't know how to describe it. The regular guy's currency, not controlled by the fascist New World Order powers. Right arm. It sounds like a good idea. I just don't think this this technology that is operating with no central authority thing is going to last very long. We know for a fact, we believe in the golden rule. Whoever has the gold rules. And if they can't control the Bitcoins today, they will do whatever they can to control the Bitcoins tomorrow. It's like everything else. It's about total control. You don't make choices. You don't make decisions. You do what you're being led, or you do what you're being told. This is the goal and the aims of the Illuminati, the New World Order system, the beast power that's rising up. In fact, in Revelation 13, when the beast rises up, the people of the world wonder after him and say, who is like unto the beast and who is able to make war with him? In other words, what are we going to do? Okay? And so anyway, and here's another one from the Washington Times. And I'm leading up to a bigger story here. I'm just kind of going through some papers. The Washington Times, trafficking in humans, massive worldwide. And let me say this again. We are totally, and I should never eat 15 minutes before I do a broadcast. Because I will tell you that St. Louis style pizza, St. Louis, we're the best in the world at knowing what to do with pizza grease. Okay? I mean, we're good at it. And so I've got a little tickle in my throat here, so I have to clear it every now and then, or I'll sound like this. I'll sound like Alex Jones. Anyway, the Washington Times, and while I'm talking and clearing my throat, we are live and interactive. And if you'd like to leave me a message, go to PastorMikeOnline.com, PastorMikeOnline.com, and type in a little message there, or you can reach me through the Watchman community. And there's some people on there already, and I think there was a new person today, and we welcome them today to today. I think this is their first broadcast, and they're on Watchman community right now. So anyway, trafficking in humans, massive worldwide. Let me get my can of King James here out, and let me open up to Revelations. And I'll read some scripture here in a little bit. Let me read this story. Human trafficking has reached a massive scale, crossing international borders and involving loosely affiliated crime groups, making the prosecution of those involved difficult, according to testimony Wednesday before the U.S. Helsinki Commission. It's not surprising that more and more organized criminals groups are engaging in human trafficking, said Representative Christopher H. Smith, New Jersey Republican and Commission Chairman, pointing out that it is the third most profitable criminal activity in the world. Acting Deputy Assistant Attorney General, what a title! When you know you've made it nearly big in Washington, when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 titles in front of your name, Acting Deputy Assistant Attorney General. You're not the Attorney General. You're not the Assistant Attorney General. You're not the Deputy Assistant Attorney General. You're the acting Deputy Assistant Attorney General. You're the guy that's holding the office open until the other guy actually comes in. That's who you are. Anyway, he says a former organized crime prosecutor in New York said human trafficking cases involve loosely affiliated networks of individuals who tend to use smuggling pipelines and money laundering conduits operated by other criminal groups. He said on occasion, human traffickers belong to a larger organized crime group. I want you to remember that. They actually, there's always some people up here at the top, okay, right here. There's always some people at the top of the pyramid that are in control of everything. And it's actually biblical. The United Nations estimates that 2.4 million people worldwide are victims of traffickers. Mr. Andrews also said there are significant challenges in trying to investigate and prosecute human trafficking crimes that cross international borders, adding that pursuing an investigation abroad is, quote, oftentimes consuming, and the delays can be significant and undermine an investigation. And they go on to give numerous examples of that. Let me pull out my can of King James here. In relation to Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. She is going down. And the Bible says, the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. What is their merchandise? Merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and John linen. No, I'm just kidding. Fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and thyine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron.